Hi all. So today we are going to discuss the continuation of the last lecture, which is the chemical properties of water. So we were just discuss that in next lecture we will discuss hardness of water and other biological and chemical properties. So in hardness in water prevents the formation of sufficient leather or foam when such hard waters are mixed with soap. It is usually caused by the presence of calcium and magnesium salts in water. Hard waters are undesirable because they may lead to greater soap consumption, scaling of boilers, causing corrosion and incrustation of pipes, making foods tasteless, and other drawbacks of this hardness. Here we have important to discuss the term scaling. Scaling is a white deposit sometimes formed on the inside of kettle or boiler by the action of heat on the water. In types of hardness, there are two types. One is temporary and other is carbonate hardness. If bicarbonates and carbonates of calcium and magnesium are present in water, the water becomes hard temporarily. This hardness can be removed to some extent, not fully, to some extent by simple boiling or to full extent by adding lime to the water. Such a hardness is known as temporary hardness or carbonate hardness. Then we have second type, which is permanent hardness, or we can also call non-carbonate hardness. If sulfates, chlorides, and nitrates of calcium and magnesium are present in water, they cannot be removed at all by simple boiling. So such waters require special treatment for softening. Such a hardness is known as permanent hardness or non-carbonate hardness. Then we have another chemical property, which is chloride content. Chlorides are generally present in water in the form of sodium chloride, which is common table salt, and maybe due to leaching of marine sedimentary deposits, pollution from seawater, brine, or industrial and domestic wastes. Their concentration above 250 milligram per liter produce a noticeable salty taste in drinking water and are thus objectionable. Then chloride content. The chloride content of water can be measured by titrating water with standard silver nitrate solution using potassium chromate as indicator. The chloride content of treated water to be supplied to the public should not exceed a value of about 250 ppm parts per million. Then we have nitrogen content. The presence of nitrogen in water is an indication of the presence of the organic matter. What are organics? Means different sort of organics which may dissolve in water from the decaying of plants and from the domestic or industrial wastes. So these the indication of the presence of the organic matter and may occur in one or more of the following forms. One is free ammonia, other is albuminide or organic nitrogen, next is nitrites and nitrates. So nitrogen content is considered one of the most critical and important content of chemical property inside the water body. Here we have explanation of each type of nitrogen. First, we have free ammonia. The free ammonia indicates the very first stage of decomposition of organic matter, thus indicating recent pollution, means it's just deposited or just created or just generated. Then we have albuminide nitrogen. Albuminide nitrogen indicates the quantity of nitrogen present in water before the decomposition of organic matter is started. Then we have nitrites. The nitrites indicate the presence of partly decomposed, not fully oxidized organic matter. Nitrates, nitrates indicate the presence of fully oxidized organic matter in water, thus representing old pollution. Then nitrogen content, the presence of free ammonia in water indicates the presence of undecomposed organic matter. And for potable waters, its value should not be exceed 0.15 milligram per liter. The presence of organic nitrogen in water indicates pollution, and for potable waters, it should not exceed a value of about zero point 0.3 milligram per liter. In conical one means our nitrogen content should not be exceed from 0.15 milligram per liter, and it should not also organic nitrogen, it should not be exceed with the value of zero point 0.3 milligram per liter. The partly oxidized organic matter present in water in the form of nitrites is highly dangerous, and therefore the permissible amount of nitrites present in potable water should be nil. Means there is a very minor concentration of nitrites present in drinking water is dangerous for the human as well as other water bodies such like fish and other marine life. The nitrates, on the other end, one is nitrite and other is nitrate. So nitrates on the other end represent the fully oxidized organic matter, and such waters may not be harmful. However, the presence of too much of nitrate in water may adversely affect the health of infants, causing a disease technically called methemoglobinemia, commonly called blue baby disease. The nitrate concentration in domestic water supply is generally limited to 45 milligram per liter. Then we have other critical components in water are chemical properties, which is iron, manganese, and fluoride. So, presence of iron, manganese, and fluoride in water has also very effective if it is in greater concentration, means iron and manganese in concentrations greater than zero point 0.3 ppm and zero point 0.05 ppm respectively are undesirable, as they may cause discoloration of clothes washed in such waters. Moreover, they may cause incrustation in water mains due to deposition of ferric hydroxide and manganese oxide. Then we have fluorides. Everybody knows in TV ads and everybody knows this is because this is very basic thing that fluorides in limited in permissible limits is good for the human health, especially our human teeth. But if this concentration is more than the permissible levels, then it may affect on our teeth adversely, and a lot of effects like different curves or it can corrode the teeth of human. So we will read here in detail that what are the effects, what are the ranges of fluorides on human body. A fluoride concentration of less than zero point 0.8 to 1 ppm may be harmful and may cause dental caries or tooth decay due to the formation of excessive cavities in the teeth of young children during decomposing of their permanent teeth. Higher fluoride concentrations greater than 1.5 parts per million or so may again be harmful, causing spotting and discoloration of teeth. With continued excessive consumption of fluorides may even cause a disease called fluorosis, which is in simple words we can call deformation of bones. Here we have a pictorial diagram of teeth that if fluoride concentration is high, then it can cause human teeth and the bone disease. You can see here the photo from taken from the Google that there is a village or family. Their legs are they are like paralyzed due to the excessive fluoride content in their drinking water. So it can cause mainly caused by the drinking water, and it can mainly affect on the teeth of human. Then we have dissolved gases. The various gases which may get dissolved in water due to contact with the atmosphere or the ground surface may be nitrogen, methane, CH4, hydrogen sulfide, H2S, carbon dioxide, CO2, and O2, oxygen. The contents of these dissolved gases in water may be worked out so as to get the idea of the extent of contamination of the water and the treatment required for purifying the water. The nitrogen gas is not very important. The concentration of methane gas, CH4, to be studied for its explosive tendency. On the other hand, the hydrogen sulfide gas H2S, if present even in a small amount, may give bad taste and odor to the water and should therefore be removed. Presence of carbon dioxide gas indicates biological activity. It may impart bad taste and odor to the water and may also cause corrosion. Oxygen gas is generally absorbed by water from the atmosphere but is being consumed by unstable organic matter for their oxidation. Hence, if the oxygen present in water is found to be less than to its saturation level, it indicates presence of organic matter and consequently making the waters suspicious to drink or use. Then we have batological or biological characteristics of water. Biological characteristics of water are used to describe the presence of microbiological or microbes, organisms, and waterborne pathogens. Many organisms can cause illness when consumed by humans and animals. Microorganisms and waterborne pathogens enter river and lakes either naturally or via release of untreated or partially treated sewage. Drinking and bathing water polluted with E. coli and coliform bacteria can easily cause infections. Bacterial and microscopial characteristics of water. Bacteria are the minute single cell organisms possessing no defined nucleus and having no green material, chlorophyll, to help them manufacture their own food. They are reproduced by binary fission and may be of various shapes. They are generally present in raw or contaminated waters and are so small in length of the size to 1 to 4 microns, means very small, that they cannot be seen with the naked eye and have to be examined under a microscope. Certain other microorganisms such as viruses are much smaller and cannot be seen singly even with a microscope. Their presence can, however, be detected with difficulty only by observing their reactions to different strains or cultures. Here we have a photograph of the microorganisms in water. Microorganisms of interest to the water industry include the following, like we observe or we can found bacteria, protozoa, viruses, algae, and fungi. They are present in the water and make the water pollute. What are bacteria? Bacteria are among the most common organisms in water. You can see that, as I told you, that bacteria, they are single cell materials. As I told you that they are minute single cell organisms possessing no defined nucleus, are no having no green material. So bacteria are primary single cell organisms with variety of shapes and nutritional needs. Bacteria range in size from zero point 0.5 to 2 microns in diameter and about 1 to 10 microns in length. A micron is a metric unit of measurement equal to 1 millionth part of a meter. Here we have different sort of bacteria depend upon their shape. There are three general groups of bacteria based on their physical shape. One is rod-shaped bacteria are called bacilli, and next are spherical shaped bacteria are called cocci, and third one are spiral shaped bacteria make up the third group. Here you can see that cocci, these are like a ring shaped bacteria are cocci, and here we have another step hyle cocci. These are rings, but they are mostly they are found in a bulk or in a one together form, and other are buckyli, buckyli, and next are strip vessels, which are like line form, but they are cutted at certain measurement. Then we have strip cookies. They are also like ring shaped. They are similar like step hilo cookie, but they are in chain form. And the next is dipo cookie. They are in a joint in a two group. Then we have Spirillum, you can see, is like look like a snake, but it can be joined in a single or double line. Then we have coccus, coco, bacillus, vibrio, bacillus, spirillum, and spirocate. So these are the bacteria's categorization depend upon their physical shape. So in actual, we have three main types, and then we have many subtypes. So three main types are rod-shaped, spherical shape, and spiral shaped bacteria. Here we have protozoa. Protozoans are found in all moist habitat. They are unicellular organisms that range in size from a few microns to several hundred microns. Polluted waters often have a rich and characteristic protozoan fauna. The animal life of particular region or period. The relevant abundance and diversity of protozoa are used as indicator of organic and toxic pollution. Protozoa are members of the kingdom Protista. There are about 20,000 known species of protozoa that live in water and soil. Here you can see the protozoa images in different form, and here we have a big image for your uh, uh, simple or clarification. So we have different sort of protozoa, which can be found in moist and other habitats. Then we have viruses. Viruses are a major cause of human waterborne and water relevant disease. Waterborne diseases are caused by water that is contaminated by human and animal urine and feces that may contain pathogenic microorganisms. A subject can get infected through contact with or consumption of the contaminated water. Here you can see different shapes. Actually, this is shape is in one form, but here we have like we have an inner diagram of the viruses, which are mainly uh, disease causing, which are considered as disease causing microorganisms or microbes present in the water body. What viruses do? Actually, viruses affect all living organisms from single cellular plants, bacteria, and animals to the highest forms of plants and animals, including human beings. You can see the viruses has variety of shapes. Here we can see in different, like in spiral form, in circular form. You can see this shape is like COVID-19. Okay, so they are formed in different forms. Okay, and they are long as well as short in different sizes. Enteric viruses primarily infect the intense intestinal tract through ingestion of food and water contaminated with viruses of fecal origin. Then we have a common form which is algae and fungi. Algae are the green slimy matter that you can observe at the base of your aquarium. You can also, if you are you have I'm 100% you might have seen inside where like in your washroom, mostly they you can see on the where there's a tile fixing of the material and where the continue dropping of water. So these sort of plants reproduce are generated where we have water bodies are on your aquarium, base of your aquarium, are at the bottom of your pool when left non-chlorinated. Here we have two other types of fungi and algae. For fungi, these are the mushrooms. I'm 100% sure that you might have seen inside your or at your park or where you have a garden place. For fungi, these are the mushrooms that you can readily see at the forest or even at your own backyard. Foremost, fungi is the pure form of fungus. These are many type of there are many uh, types of fungi such like molds, yeast, and the most popular mushrooms. Fungi are fungi are able to decompose organic matter a lot faster. They literally eat up the available nutrients like in the case of an uneaten fruit that is left in the open at regular temperature. And also you have seen that this sort of mushrooms is available in different colors at your backyard. Some and also this mushroom we cannot eat, but we have another type of mushrooms that we can eat or use in the form of food. Then we have pathogens and non-pathogens. Most bacteria are harmless and under certain conditions beneficial to human beings, animal and crops. Such bacteria or microorganisms are called non-pathogenic bacteria or non-pathogens. However, certain other bacteria are the deadly foes of men and animals and may enter their tissues, causing serious waterborne disease such as cholera, typhoid, infectious hepatitis, and many other diseases. But these are the common diseases caused by this. Such harmful bacteria or organisms are known as pathogenic bacteria or pathogens. So this is very important information on the pathogens and non-pathogens. Pathogens. One of the main job of water system operators is to control potentially pathogenic microorganisms. So it is important that they are familiar with the different type of microorganisms and their characteristics. Organisms that cause disease by transmission through contaminated water are called waterborne pathogens. So here we have a pure definition of waterborne pathogens that the organisms that cause disease means because as we told you that pathogens are in the both forms. So which particularly uh, allocated are assigned for the waterborne disease and cause for the transmission through contaminated water are called waterborne pathogens. Then we have aerobic bacteria, anaerobic bacteria, and facultative bacteria. Most of the bacteria present in water require oxygen for their survival because without survival, bacteria or any natural, any living body cannot survive. So bacteria they also require much amount or some amount of oxygen for their survival. These bacteria consume dissolved oxygen from the water and decompose the refuse and organic matter present in the water, thus doing their cleaning up job. Besides, these bacteria Certain other types of bacteria are also sometimes present which can survive with or without oxygen. Depending upon the oxygen necessities of the bacteria, they may be classified as follows. One is aerobic bacteria, others are anaerobic bacteria, and they may also be facultative bacteria. So first we have aerobic bacteria. From its name, that aerobic bacteria means they need air to survive. Those which require oxygen for their survival, and anaerobic bacteria, those which flourish and in the absence of free oxygen. And the last type is facultative bacteria, those which can survive with or without free oxygen, means they can survive in both environments, with or without oxygen. There we have shapes of bacteria. One is spherical shaped, other is straight rod like shaped, then next is spiral shape and filamentous shape. The first one is spherical shape. Spherical shape also contain many subtypes like Koki when single. As I shown you in the last slides, different shapes of the bacteria. So when single, then they called Koki. When uh, they are present in the pair form, they called dip, dipel, diplocoki. And when they are in the available in the form of chain, then we can called streptococcus. If they are present in the irregular branches, then we can call staphylococcus. Second type we have is straight rod-like shape with square or rounded ends called Besley or Beckley. Number third are spiral shaped called Stelia. And the fourth one is filamentous. Here we have a measurement that what is the measurement of one micro, because many of us we don't know the what is actually micron. So one micron is here the symbol of micron. One micron is equal to 10 power minus 6 meter, means point triple zero 4 inches. This is the measurement of the uh, like we have different sort of bacteria. So 1 micron is equal to point triple zero 4 inches. Then we have 1 millimicron. Definitely milli is very small than even micron or other measurements. So 1 millimicron it can be written as m micron is equal to 10 power minus 9 meter. Then now we have water treatment process. So in water treatment process, we have like different units by which we can treat the water. First, we have intake, then we have screening. Third one is sedimentation. Fourth one is coagulation and flocculation. And number next is filtration, then ozonation, then chlorination, artificial and then pH level, and then distribution. So this is a complete water cleaning or water treatment process, which starts from intake and ends to distribution. So here we have end of slides. So thanks for watching, and we will read in our lectures that here we have a book which I follow for the treatment of water. You can also use this book uh, like we have treatment of water is available in chapter number 6. Then we have sustainability water for suitability of water for trade purposes. Then waterborne disease. So thanks for watching. If you have any queries in next lectures, we will start not very next lecture, but after completion of this theoretical things, we will start the numericals. And if you have any query, you can leave a message inside the chat box in the channel. So I will reply you, and we will follow you what you need actually. This is like general course designed for the environment 1 and 2 for the civil engineering and environmental engineering students. So hope you enjoy the lecture. Thanks for watching.